Hi, welcome to another episode of Tomahawk and Stu Pitch, a podcast, a show where I tomahawk
and me Stu.
We take turns pitching you podcasts, and then we improvise a scene from each podcast. And today I'm going first. Are you ready for me to go first?
Rare, but yeah, let's go. Do it.
My first pitch today is Elijah Wood, famous actor. Famous American actor, dare I say. Star of the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
That could be argued, but sure.
Have you ever been in a situation and wondered to yourself, what would Elijah Wood do?
What Elijah would do?
What Elijah would do. So, we are going to do a podcast in which we come up with a scenario, and then we discuss what we think Elijah Wood would do.
Okay, yeah.
In that scenario.
Okay.
Hi, welcome to What Would Elijah Wood Do If Elijah Would do? Would do. This is the best thing we've ever come up with. So, here's a scenario for you, and I want you to tell me what you think Elijah Wood would do in this scenario. Elijah Wood is out at a fancy restaurant. He's wearing a beautiful white dress. Somebody spills bright red wine on his dress. What would Elijah Wood do?
I am sure Elijah would just start crying, honestly. That's the first thing. The fact that he is wearing a dress at a party proves to me that he is indeed a femboy, and they are very soft. So tears immediately. And
there got to be big tears because he's got big eyes, right? Is that how that works?
The biggest eyes. He's got eyes like a cow, you know? Like they're just...
Open invite to Elijah Wood to come on the show. All right, give me a scenario for it, and I'll tell you what Elijah Wood would do.
So, Elijah Wood just beat out, what's his name?
Daniel Radcliffe.
No, other one.
Another white actor?
No, yeah, another white actor. What's his name? The one from Fast and Furious.
Vin Diesel.
Paul Walker.
Paul Walker.
Yeah, he just beat out Paul Walker for the role as Brian in the Fast and Furious. What does he do to prepare for his role?
Is this before or after Paul Walker's death?
He's like the recast for Brian after Paul Walker bites the dust.
Oof.
Should I say that more respectfully?
Possibly.
After Paul Walker burns away.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Okay, so what Elijah Wood would do in this scenario is he would study. And then he would do the movie, and he would do a bad job of it.
Now, is that because he's not really the right person for the role?
No. It's because he would do his homework, and he knows that you don't try to act in the Fast and Furious movies.
I think Ludacris is really good in those.
Wow, Stu, what a great show.
What an amazing
show. Is that not the best show you've ever seen?
This is the best one we've done in like a few weeks now.
I think it's great. All right, it's your turn. Pitch me a podcast. I dare you.
This is going to be a little bit of a throwback to our first episode. But realizing today, I really dislike James Corden, like completely.
Yeah.
And so I want to bring back an old favorite type of podcast, the We Hate James Corden podcast.
Okay, let's jump in. Let's get a sample.
Alrighty. Welcome back to We Hate James Corden, where we go over James Corden.
You hate him.
Yeah, I know. I don't respect him. Anyway, we talk about how much we hate James Corden and what roles specifically we hate him to be in. He's got a few movies under his very white belt. Tell us what's your least favorite James Corden role?
I have to say my least favorite James Corden role is his character of James Corden on Late Night with James Corden. It's a bad show and I hate it.
I didn't even realize he had a show. That's how much I hate him.
Carpool Karaoke.
Oh yeah, that's awful.
Thought was karaoke for some reason.
Because it's a better name. Is it not a better name?
I don't know. Hi there, viewer. Please comment below if you think carpool karaoke is a worse name than karaoke?
I love karaoke.
I don't know if I've ever seen him in a movie, though.
I feel like every movie he's in, he just makes worse.
What about the movie Cats?
Yeah, I feel like the movie would have been better without him in it.
That is a hot take.
Now, not by much, but like on a scale from bad to worse, the movie was worse with James Corden in it.
Sure. I have an idea.
Okay.
How about we try and come up with what we think James Corden should do, since we don't want him to be in movies and television anymore.
Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
We'll try and help him, even though we hate him. Find a new line of work.
So instead of acting, he can... What you got?
Become a cook, in which he serves exclusively James Corden's chicken cordon bleu.
But he specifically makes them at Arby's. Like, he doesn't get to go to like an actual restaurant to make them. He just makes them at Arby's, because Arby's does have those.
I mean, isn't it like a cordon bleu sandwich?
Yeah.
I'm willing to let him just be a fancy little chef.
See, I think he'd fuck it up, though.
Wow, Stu, what a great show. I think you're going to see the line of thought that I had when I was coming up with the ideas for this episode.
So we got Elijah Wood. Now we've got...
I want you to think of attractive people. Yes? Now, while you're thinking of that, I'm going to hold up this mug and take a sip of my tea. This is a vanilla chai tea.
Oh.
Now, I want you to think of, which hottie would you like to have hot tea with?
Hell yeah. All right, hot tea hotties.
And then we could have like a little segment in the show that's called the Sweet Tea Sweeties, where we only say nice things.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
I'm hip. I'm with it.
Let's get a sample. Hi, welcome to the Hot Tea Hotties.
Hey.
Hi, Stu.
Hi.
We're going to discuss hotties that we want to have hot tea with.
That'd be great.
You go first.
You know a hottie that I really want hot tea with?
Who?
Zendaya. That'd be a good hot tea break with.
Sure.
To tea with, yeah.
She's a pretty gal.
She really is.
Would you have hot tea with Bella Thorne?
No, probably not.
Wow.
Probably not, yeah.
I feel like tea kind of screams in home. A very quiet, cozy scream.
I feel like tea also screams like I'm making this for a guest because it's a guest. Like, you wouldn't really make coffee for a guest because then they're like, wow, I'm going to shit myself in 45 minutes in this stranger's house.
I mean, you could use their bathroom.
Well, yeah, but sometimes you can't.
You don't have to do it like on your person. Like,
listen.
Well, it's time for me to poop my pants. It's another episode of the Poop Cast.
It's been a really rough 3 months for me lately.
Uh-oh. You hear that sound? You hear that sound?
Uh-oh.
It's time for the Sweet Tea Sweeties. We can only say nice things about a random celebrity, and I'm going to have to pull that up now.
I'll go first.
It's
Tomahawk.
James Corden. It's James Corden as our celebrity.
Damn it.
We can only say nice things about James Corden.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay.
I think he has a lovely demeanor. He seems like a very nice person.
James, I'm very thankful that you only play in movies I have no interest in watching.
I think it's very cool how you eat live human babies. I think that is super cool. The way that you smear the blood on your face, like you don't even care, like you don't, like, you know, you could eat this in a manner that you don't get it all over your face, but you just get in there. I think that's real cool.
They don't call them baby back ribs for nothing.
Wow, Stu, what a show.
What a show.
Your turn. Go ahead.
All right, I've got a real special one for you today. We're taking a note from Frederick Douglass's book, and it's going to be peanut butter podcast time.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah. We're going to give the viewers practical uses for peanut butter.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
This is fascinating. Just today, I tried a new type of peanut butter. I'm going to tell you about it and the sample.
Oh yeah.
Kick us off,
that sounds
Stu.
good. Welcome back to Peanut Butter Podcast Time. I'm your host, Stu.
Peanut butter podcast. Peanut butter.
I'm your host, Stu, and today we've got a real good episode for you where my co-host Tomahawk has actually, discovered something new about peanut butter and himself this week. So go ahead and kick us off.
My parents went to a Salvation Army, at which they have bulk foods that are sold for cheap.
Okay.
And one of the items they bought recently was a tub of peanut butter, which I didn't know peanut butter came in a tub. It's not a jar. It's a little tub. It's with a lid on it, kind of like a paint bucket.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, very strange, very strange. And I opened it up, and it looked like pure liquid. And I stirred it all together, and it was very gritty and runny. And it was unlike anything I had ever seen. And I tasted it, and I don't think I'd ever had unsweetened peanut butter before, which is my guess at what happened. Because, all right, so here's what I want you to imagine.
Okay.
You pick up a handful of peanuts. You put it in your mouth, and you start chewing. You spit it out in your hand. Then you put it back in your mouth, and that's what it tasted like.
It's like peanuts and spit.
Yeah, that's right.
So, hearing you talk about the peanut butter in the paint bucket, we could try.
Peanut butter, peanut butter, paint bucket.
We could try painting with peanut butter.
Sure.
Peanut butter is a very distinct color.
Sure.
It's the color of peanut butter. What a better color than to make all of your walls in your house than with peanut butter.
I'm gonna throw something at you real fast.
Okay, yeah. I hope it's peanut butter.
Get rid of all the walls altogether. Make new walls made out of peanut butter.
Oh, you're gonna Willy Wonka this. Okay.
We're gonna Willy Wonka the crap out of this. And the crap's gonna be peanut butter. That was great. Stu, are you ready for my next pitch?
I'm always ready, baby.
All right. So I want you to imagine Australians. Okay?
Oi, bruv.
I want you to imagine the band Black Sabbath.
Okay.
All right? Now, what do you get?
Light.
That's not Black Sabbath.
Tonight.
Stop it, Stu. You're doing too good a job of singing that song. We're going to get demonetized.
It's not hard to be as good as Black Sabbath.
Now, what do you get when you think of those two things together? You get Ozzy's talking Ozzy. Ozzy Osbourne.
Ozzy Osbourne was a member of Black Sabbath?
Uh-huh.
I thought it was just like the Ozzy Osbourne band. I'm so confused. That's blowing my mind.
Any classic rock metal fans are going to be real upset with us.
You know what would really show us is if they participated in the Patreon. That would really show us who's what.
Hi.
Hi.
If you give us a measly $5 a month, you get bonus content of some sort every Friday. One of the things that we want to do is give you guys the option to vote on the pitches that we have pitched to you. And we will do a full episode of whichever pitch has gotten the most votes. Like a full 30 minutes, and we'll make a whole production of it. If you don't think you can manage the full $5, you can give as little as $1 a month, and it helps us keep the lights on over here. Covers the cost of the website host provider, music licensing, that kind of stuff. It really helps us out, and we greatly appreciate it. So us talking Ozzy Osbourne.
Okay.
But while we're doing Australian accents.
Oi, bruv. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead, Stu. Kick us off.
Oi, bruv. Welcome back to Aussies Talking Aussies. Today, I've got...
I think you're doing great, mate.
I'm sorry. Today, we've got a special guest, Mr. Ozzy Osbourne.
Yep, it's me, Ozzy Osbourne. I'm happy to be here, bruv.
Sorry, dude, you're so sweaty.
No, I'm not.
Lift your arm up.
I guess I am.
Ozzy, it looks like you just ran an 8K, mate. Are you feeling good?
That's rock and roll, baby.
Oh, I say.
Wow, what a terrible show.
Never ask me to do accents that aren't like Southern.
No. That's exactly why I want to do that.
Oh, man.
I knew it was going to be bad. Okay, Stu. Before we do the last pitch of the day.
Oh, okay.
You get to tell us all where we should follow you at. This is the plug segment.
The plug segment. My favorite segment of the day. So I would like everyone to know that I have actually created a new Twitter because my old Twitter is just riddled with porn. So it's really bad for trying to grow our podcast if people go to my Twitter page and they just see a bunch of the awful shit that I look at on Twitter. So it'll mostly be me posting content with regards to the podcast. So hopefully Tomahawk can hook me up with like thumbnails and stuff for me to post and be like, hey, check that out. Sure. And your occasional meme. I'm doing my best to keep the porn off of that one because I've got the 2 accounts on my phone. So hopefully I can keep those separated. But we will see.
For our nasty listeners, do you want to plug the porn account?
I can. So the non-porn account is, I believe, is just at StuWoo.
What's the nasty account?
So we got the nasty account. The nasty account is at Starlord Stu with underscores between the 2 of them.
I like how you had to like reload before you said it. You went. It's at.
And then we've got StuWoo12, which is the non-porn account. I just posted a nice fresh meme there, and Tomahawk can post it like right here on the screen. He can pull it from my Twitter, and you can see my meme of the week.
Beautiful.
That's a cool thing we can do, like a meme of the week by me.
Sure. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
And hey, if you can make a meme out of something we said out of this episode,
we'll feature it. I'll feature it on my Twitter.
We'll feature it. Absolutely. 100%.
Oh yeah. That sounds like a lot of fun. Very nice, interaction with the watchers, a little parasocial relationship going on there. Absolutely. It's going to be great.
And we love you. You're beautiful.
We do. I don't know you, but I love you.
The final pitch of the day is a sports podcast about sports that don't actually exist.
So are we making up sports or are they just fictional sports?
We're making up sports.
Okay.
Welcome to Sports Talk, the best sports talk, which is talking about sports, especially sports that are very, very real. Sports. I do want to talk about the world famous game, the most popular sport there is. I know, we've been avoiding it long enough. Duck and gorilla, in which you are locked in a cage with a gorilla, and the gorilla is throwing bananas at you, and you have to dodge the bananas, so you have to duck. I love it. But you have to hold a duck while you're dodging, while you're ducking. You're holding a duck.
What my favorite part, and this is kind of on like the actual the game NASCAR.
Sure.
It's a lot like that, where people really only watch it to see if the gorilla just goes AWOL and tries to maul the guy in the cage. Because this is a small cage. The cage is about as big as like a boxing ring. So there's very little room to evade that gorilla. And so a lot of people buy tickets to watch someone get killed by a gorilla.
I think it's amazing how the duck always gets out fine.
And it really speaks to the heroism of these contenders that they would choose to let the duck go and protect the duck over their own well-being.
Duck,
every time.
Go. Okay, bye!